And it starts now. No. And it starts now. No. Can someone come help me with this?
Should I give it a shot? Should I give it a shot?
Yeah. And it starts now.
It starts now.
No, this is, get out of here. This isn't working. Someone else. Come on. And it starts now. No. Get off. Someone else, please. It's just not working. All right. And it starts now.
An hour ago.
Not even the right handshake. Okay. One more. Okay.
And it starts now. Fuck. Okay. Sorry.
I wish there was someone who could help.
Ben, it's me.
God?
No, better. It's John Osborne.
Oh my God.
And by God, does this show start?
No!
Yeah!
Yes!
Welcome to Studio A, MCTV's original variety show. Starring Ben Ward, Eliza Grata, Juliana Zattering, another original Party Boy sketch, and your guest for the evening, a representative from Alpha Epsilon Rho, and she owns her own company called The Xelant. It's Alex Burnell. Now please welcome your hosts for the evening, Ben Ward and Luke Brown.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Studio A. Everybody's getting ready for spring break, but we still have a little bit of time left and some midterms, so we gotta get through that first. But before that, on our show today, we have a special guest co-host, Luke Brown, my own housemate. Good to have you on, Luke.
That's good to be here.
So how you doing?
Good. I'm
Did I
having
say
a great
roommate?
time. No, you said housemate.
Okay, yeah, housemate.
I'm just getting used to you, man.
You have to.
Yeah,
You have to.
really.
First up for Fox Trends, we have Trending in Music. What do you got, Luke?
So we have 2 new songs coming out from A$AP Rocky, one of my favorite rap artists. One of them is called 5 Stars, and it's an okay song. It's not one of his best songs, but I really do appreciate him finally coming out with new music. And then the other song, Cocky, which I think is a perfect song to play at a party. It's fun, it's great, and I really like the direction he's going in. I'd just like him to release an album soon, please. Just please.
So these are based on opinion. I honestly, my opinion is I do agree with you about the first song. Like, it'd be okay, and the second song is better. I was gonna ask something I can't remember already. I forgot it in a second.
Oh wow! All I want to say is that if he hasn't come up with an album in a really long time because
when was his last album?
I think 4 years ago maybe.
2014.
Yeah,
That's a while.
It's been a
Like, that's a long time.
really long time, and
Too
he
long.
would be my favorite rap artist if he could release music.
Yeah,
and not
that's the
focus
thing.
on
You have
fashion.
to.
Yeah.
And he's like big into fashion now.
Oh, he's
but
huge into
I
fashion,
think
but
he's more of a rapper, so he needs to put out music.
I mean, he used
4
to.
years is a
yeah.
long time. Like, he's put out some songs, right?
He has
But
put out
not
some
like a
songs,
full-
but I'm just referencing a full-on album. He's worked with a lot of artists. It's just it's really great when you actually have a full album to listen to and really get the direction he's trying to change and go to.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the A$AP Mob is putting out music and it's really like grinding, and he seems to be.
Even this guy 12E, who's been in the mob for like 10 years, and this
Yeah.
is his first album that came out last year. I was like, when I heard it, I was like, what? It's not bad, but like,
Yeah.
why do you wait so long? I don't know.
I mean, you, before they were music, they were in a gang, and that's kind of how they transitioned into music, and now where they are now. But I like them as a whole. But I'd say, as of right now, I like Ferg better just because of his consistency with putting out.
Ferg's always been my favorite. I like him a lot. He's always had some good music. And he did like a collab with Woodkid, who is one of my favorite artists, but he's not a rapper. He does like kind of indie alternative music.
Should actually check him out then, because I haven't listened to him at all.
Yeah, it's very, very different. I never would expect those two to put. They actually didn't put an official song, which always made me really sad. I'm still hoping for it, but they performed it together at Coachella, which was really cool. So, yeah,
It's nice.
on to our next topic. The Oscars are coming out up on Sunday night, and I realized a few days ago that I still have 10 movies I want to see before the Oscars. So last night I watched I, Tonya, which Sue Lawrence inspired me to watch, actually. It was pretty good, you know. It was about Tonya Harding, who, before the movie, I didn't really know what was very important about her, and then I learned that her and her ex-husband orchestrated an attack on one of her own teammates, actually, going to the Olympics, which was very interesting. Do you have any thoughts about this?
Well, I kind of don't like, the movie really pushed her into a spotlight, and I don't like that fact because even though she denies the claim of her being orchestrated in this truly crazy plan to like basically take her American competitor, her own teammate, out of the Olympics, she's now again being pushed into the, I guess, spotlight per se, and she's really soaking it up, and I can kind of see why she did it, but I don't like how they're going about it.
Yeah. Other than that, I think the movie is good. I think Margot Robbie. One of the reasons I watched it was to see because she got nominated for Best Actress, and another woman in it got nominated for Best Supporting Actress. I think she was very good. She could have a shot, but I think Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards was a little bit better. And then I haven't seen the post, but I'm sure Meryl Streep is like incredible, obviously. And then today I watched Loving Vincent, which was a movie that was entirely hand painted over 6 years with over 100 different artists, and they all painted in Van Gogh style, which was very cool, and it was about his life. And it was a very interesting movie, and it's nominated for Best Animated Picture, so I hope that wins.
I mean, you did tell me it took like 6 years, you said, to create the entire film. And
it's a long time.
It's amazing to even consider this, like, consider someone like making this movie into reality because of the process it must have taken to put everything together and to tell the story.
Yeah, I thought, and I didn't know much about Van Gogh's life before this, and I thought it was very interesting. And it had a lot of my favorite actors and actresses in it, which was great. So great movie. Everybody should watch it. Very beautiful.
Next, we're going to talk about trending on TV. Something that I don't think many people know is that Netflix is actually in $20 billion of debt, and everyone's talking about how this is going to affect the future of the company because they're spending so much money pouring into their original content that they're just diving deeper and deeper into debt without really salvaging anything. And as of late, they've canceled a lot of their original content to create great content already, but it's just, it's one of those things that I find really interesting in the new emerging field of digital television versus the regular classic television. And I mean, Amazon's putting out stuff like the Grand Tour, and Hulu's even throwing their hat in the ring with many TV shows that have actually won Emmys. And it's kind of interesting to see how the market's changing, how TV shows are changing, and what we expect to see in the future from both sides.
Mm-hmm. And I find it weird that, this is just a little thing I had, that Hulu now has a Marvel show, which I thought was exclusive to Netflix.
I think in that case, I think it's they bid on shows that Disney owns. Basically, the stuff that Marvel doesn't want to produce or doesn't want to put out there, and they can basically not buy the rights, but buy the show that they're gonna put out there.
Yeah, and I think I've actually heard of them kind of Netflix canceling a lot of shows. Like they canceled Sense8, which I heard a lot of people were pretty mad about. They canceled some other stuff that I can't remember, and I know they've been putting out a lot. I heard mixed reviews about Bright. I never saw it. You saw it, right?
I did see Bright. It was great, but I thought the problem with Bright is it's just a setup for another movie. And honestly, it just feels like another Will Smith movie at this point because the past few Will Smith movies have just been, I'm trying to get an Oscar. This was a little bit of breath of fresh air, but it still feels like that willingness to try to get that one award.
Okay. He hasn't won yet, right?
Nope, he has. He's the new Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he just wants an Oscar.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Moving on, here is another original Party Boy sketch. Let's take a look.
And now a day in experimental film.
Thing is happening. Beauty's at work through pure and selfless acceptance. Through everyday transcendence that remedies the chaos, an antidote to the sorrow.
I'd say, yo, they got the best of me.
Everybody's here for OxyClean, the stain specialist. Powered by the air you breathe. Activated.
Girl, let me give you a kiss. That is good. That one's got it. Go!
Use Tide Pods
For washing. Get down into the matting, into the padding. It even takes red wine and grape juice out of white carpeting. It cleans, it brightens, and eliminates odors all at the same time. Don't just get it clean.
First, what the fuck happened? What is going on?
Make it 10 times as powerful. The longer you let it sit, it'll whiten your grout and get rid of your...
No, because it happened at Starbucks too.
Here's how to order.
Oh, he fell down!
We're going to take another quick break and be back with an all-new Blazer report and 2 special guests, so stick around.
America. They want someone to love. But they want someone to hate. And the haters always say, Tanya, tell the truth. There's no such thing as truth. I mean, it's bullshit.
Live from Studio A, it's the Blazer Report. With Eliza Grata and Juliana Zatarain.
Welcome to the Blazer Report. I'm Juliana Zatarain.
And I'm Eliza Grata.
And the weather's been getting better, so people can actually start going outside now. Unless you're a human woman, no one is safe. Even Ryan Seacrest has been accused after his former stylist went public with claims that he repeatedly sexually harassed her. Yes, her. Seacrest denies the allegations. Here's what he said. After this commercial break.
A combined middle and high school in Vermont only has 3 students and will be closing at the end of the school year due to its lack of human beings. When asked if the students know everyone in the school, and yes, a reporter actually asked that, they said, yeah, you idiot, there's literally 2 other people. What is wrong with you?
Staff at an animal shelter in Canada are stunned after a local family adopted a pot-bellied pig as a pet and then slaughtered and ate her weeks later. The shelter should have picked up on it when the family named her Dinner.
Disney plans an almost $2.5 billion expansion for Disneyland Paris, including plans for new areas devoted to Star Wars and Frozen and a new lake. Hope there's no wee in the water. It's French. But it is better than the alligators that ate that kid in Florida's Disney, though. So, but of the past 25 years that Disneyland Paris has been running, the 18 years they've had financial loss. So it's the happiest, biggest money pit place on earth.
Well, KFC released this apology when delivery issues forced them to close more than 900 British restaurants. Kentucky Fried Chicken had 0 chicken in its restaurants. If KFC's delivery team was as good as their marketing team, they would have never run into this trouble. But let's be honest, folks, KFC ran out of chicken years ago. Like, KFC is to chicken as Nickelback is to rock. Not.
31 Canadian oil refinery workers won 60 million Canadian dollars in the lottery, one of the largest jackpots in its history. Each person will be receiving over 1.5 million US dollars. The woman that bought the ticket sent out a text saying, "This is not a joke, we are millionaires, check the ticket." If this was me, I would have said, "Looks like another loser, also completely unrelated, but I'm quitting and moving to my new private island, bye."
In technology, Alexa's horrifying. In a TV commercial for Amazon's Alexa speaker, a man tells the machine to order cat food. Later, an owner filed a complaint saying their smart speaker heard the ad and ordered cat food. Okay, that makes sense now. I had no idea why I kept getting shake weights delivered to my house. Is that why you keep getting packages of hemorrhoid cream, Eliza?
I have hemorrhoids. Hope Hicks, the Director of Strategic Communications for the White House, has resigned. Who is Hope Hicks? Apparently she's a former model who managed to stay under the radars of the media for quite some time. And what is the Director of Strategic Communications? Well, apparently it's a position made up by Trump with the responsibilities not even listed on Wikipedia. Her resignation was planned as they wanted the right time to have. They wanted to wait for the right time. Glad to know the right time is a day after an investigation of her involvement with ties to Russia.
And the Oscars are coming up, folks. What are we looking at this year? Get Out is nominated for Best Picture. Looks scary. Shape of Water is also nominated. Here's a still from a deleted scene. I did not love this movie.
11-year-old Luke Fox from Pennsylvania was summoned for jury duty. The county said that this was just a glitch of the system. Said Luke, "You are stinky poo-poo, go to jail now." That's what he said.
And for the Blazer Report, I'm Juliana Zatarain.
And I'm Eliza Grata. Have a good night, everyone.
Everybody has a different story about what happened to him.
He was a nice, quiet man.
Always skulking about.
Then he comes here with a girl who I reckon was out of his league, and the next thing I hear, he's killed himself.
How does a man go from being absolutely calm to suicidal in 6 weeks?
I saw him once more after 2 years. He was calmer. More assured.
He was mad.
He was an interesting man.
He was a genius.
Let's give a warm welcome to Alex Burnell. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hi,
Alex.
thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So, you have created your own digital fashion brand called Be Xelant. Can you tell us more about that?
So Be Xelant, well, first of all, like the name is my name backwards, and I made it into a word that people can relate to.
Really?
Yeah, so if you, because like it's spelled Xelant, and then Alex, you just take it and you flip it backwards.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I created Be Xelant for the reason that people can like have a connection to a garment. So each of the prints are made from a picture that is like special to somebody. So it's kind of like a lifelong garment that you have like a special connection to.
Yeah, that's so cool. I've never actually heard of anybody doing this before. So you have a really original idea here. That's awesome.
I'm hoping.
No, I think, yeah.
What inspired you to do this?
I get that question all the time, and I actually don't know how to answer it. Like the one thing that I kind of like was thinking about was that like I would go to a department store and it was always like the same kind of style of something. So I just wanted something that was different for people to have that was, because it's not like a solid thing, it's always like a print or something crazy. So I wanted something different to wear that was personal to somebody.
That's really cool. do you think you're going to start your own company with this, like make it bigger?
I have a really tiny company now. I just launched my domain name last night, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Congratulations.
thank you.
That's awesome.
I actually reached international today, so now there are people in Spain, in Jamaica, and in the UK that actually looked at my website today, which is really exciting.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. I've only sold 2 things through the new company, and I did like a friends and family thing in the beginning. But I'm hoping that eventually it'll become something bigger, so people can kind of be a part of.
Yeah, definitely.
Something.
I hope we can hear about you someday. Like I'll see you on the news
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I interviewed her. Yeah, that's awesome.
So what are some of the products that you make?
So I can print on T-shirts, beach towels, coffee mugs, legging skirts, dresses, pillowcases, socks, hats. I think that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually a lot of stuff you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get fully decked out with that. Like I'm just gonna buy
absolutely.
one of everything from your site, and I'm just gonna be. And that's so cool. Like I feel like when I look at patterns, like it's a pattern and it's cool. And then when I think of your thing, if I don't know what it is, I think I would think it. I don't know how to explain it. Like it doesn't look exactly like a pattern, but the way you do it makes it actually look like a very cool thing. So can you show us some of your products today?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So these are some of we can stand up for this. These are some of your products. Can you tell us about this?
So this one here, I actually did when I was at LD. I'm studying abroad. So it is. I entered a foulard contest. So it's actually, if you look closely, you can actually see people on the inside of the pattern that are protesting outside of a church, like in support of gay pride and that kind of thing. So I wanted to create something that was special to Florence, but it also has some kind of meaning behind it.
Right. This could be universal, like worldwide. Can we hold this up with the camera, actually? This is very cool. I think this one's my favorite, honestly. And we can zoom in on this later. Okay. What about these other pieces?
So this one here is actually, it's like a tapestry type thing. So each of these prints inside, again, are all ones that I made, and each of them have like a different like pattern to them, and it's all like in colors. So like, I don't know how to.
No, it's very cool. I like how it all has different patterns all over it, and there's a lot of different colors, and each pattern is, you can see similarities but differences within each one.
Yeah,
which
so
is
like
very cool.
each of these things can be anything from food, from landscape, flowers, people, pretty much anything that's full of color I usually make into a pattern.
Yeah, and you have a t-shirt here.
Yeah, so this is kind
very
of
cool.
my like administrative type t-shirt. So this is a one-of-a-kind one that you actually can't get online, but you can get over 300 different prints online.
And what is the pattern on this?
So this is actually the button wall in Mood in the fabric store in the city that I took because like I wrote my college essay about how like Project Runway like influenced my choice to get into fashion.
I used to watch that all the time with my
Yeah,
mom.
so I wanted to kind of like have something that kind of had like that special connection to me for my first garment.
Oh, this is your first.
Yeah, so this is the first one that
Okay.
I did, and then I have like other ones, but this is like my like administrative type one.
Wow, yeah, these are all very beautiful.
You can get all this on your website, right?
You actually can't get the tapestry on because this is actually printed on silk.
Okay, yeah,
So you
when I was doing that
actually
earlier,
can't
it was
get this
very
online.
soft. I was like, oh my God.
But the t-shirts you can get, I haven't done scarves yet, but that's like my next kind of thing is to do something kind of like this. But all these prints you can actually get online.
Yeah, I thought this was a scarf at first, actually.
Yeah, it's a foulard, so it's like
Okay.
a special, like it's a 140 by 140.
Wow. Yeah, these are all very beautiful, and I like that. If you look close enough, you can actually see, like, I can definitely see the people in this. I can see the wall in this. It's very cool, and it's nice that it can kind of give you it has like its own personality, which is cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with our second guest, so stick around.
And now welcome our second guest, John Monzo.
How's it going, guys?
How's it going? It's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You are part of the Alpha Epsilon Rho Honor Society. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so Alpha Epsilon Rho is, like you said, an honor society, and it focuses on digital media students, people who are trying to get into the works of like media production, whether it's radio, film, television, or games. And our job is kind of to make ourselves known out there in that world. So, yeah.
That's cool.
So does it only cover the digital media majors, or is it encompass a lot more?
So it actually, what it does is it goes through the media arts program at in the communications and arts department, and what it is that's media production and studies, both film and television, and interactive media and game design, and then it also gets the games and emerging students, games and emerging media students as well. My mistake.
So what do you plan to do around campus?
So around campus, we are trying to be well involved with the community, as most honor societies should be. They should be able to give back to community, make themselves represented well. But we also have a lot of events for our members, ranging from networking events to workshops.
That's cool. All right. Yeah. How can members get involved?
So if you want to join, you just go to their website, nbs-aero.org, and you can sign up, become a member of Alpha Epsilon Rho. You could also reach out to either me, any of the other e-board members, or Professor Skapansky.
Okay.
They'll help you out throughout the whole process.
And are there any benefits to joining?
Oh, tons. Yeah. So when you join Alpha Epsilon Rho, you get a lot of advantages that most students wouldn't. You can obviously go to these networking events where alumni will be there. This is a brand new
campus held.
Hmm?
Those are held on campus.
Yeah, they'll be held on campus. We will have like a few studio tours that will go into New York City.
Okay,
we've been
that's
trying
awesome.
to plan that out. So that's one thing. We have a lot of private workshops, things that will help our members stay involved. Something we can, something that shows that we can help them break into the industry.
That's cool. Yeah, and it's nice that you can bring them to the city and like show them studios and stuff. You can get them kind of like a first-hand experience of what it's going to kind of be like after graduating.
Yeah, no, it's
just scary.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like being part of Alpha Epsilon Rho?
I like it. Like I said, it's brand new, so
Yeah,
we
that's
haven't
true.
done much, but I do see a bright future for the club, and I'm really excited.
That's awesome. Yeah. So it started last year?
Technically, it started last year. Danny Horvath, she technically started it, but we really didn't have like a full e-board together until last semester.
She started it and then left it, and she was like immediately. She was
thanks,
like,
Danny.
"All right,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Shout out to Danny.
But yeah, so it technically did start last year, but we've really got most of this stuff done this semester.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Sweet. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you to John Monzo and Alex Burnell for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah. On the website for the National Alpha Epsilon Rho Honor Society on our webpage, and Alex's website in the description of this video. Special thanks to John for coming out tonight, John Osborne and John Monzo. You can also see our show on Marist Movies and our YouTube page, MCTV HD. Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
For Studio A, I'm Luke Brown.
And I'm Ben Ward. Have a great spring break, everybody.